Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Above the Line, an intimate conversation with some of Hollywood's most recognizable faces. I'm Mark Ellis, and I'm delighted to be joined today by Tom Cruise.
Honor and privilege to be here, Mark.
Next to him is, good to see you, as always, Jeff Goldblum. Ewan McGregor to my left. To his left is Robert Downey Jr.
Hi, I'm Robert Downey Jr.
And to his left is George Lucas.
Well, I apologize. Earlier I had a burrito, and I think I've got the Kessel runs.
So, I knew something. I thought it was a gas leak.
I just
Smells
want to
wet.
apologize.
Smells
I
wet.
want to apologize. I know
very
that
wet.
you guys were all thinking it.
George.
Gentlemen, the world's gone streaming. Streaming services are all the rage these days. Robert, when did you first realize that streaming was dominating your industry?
You know, first I thought it was another word for golden showers. You know, that's a streaming thing.
Sure,
you know,
sure,
but
sure.
it turned
The
out
act
to
of
be.
urination, yes.
It turned out to be what it is, which is strange and also perplexing and weird. The fact that something can come into your house, into your TV set. It's invasive surgery.
There's a lot of little fine print, isn't there, all the time?
Sure. That's how it starts. At first, everyone's ooh and ah, and then later there's running and streaming because Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park, when it came out, Jeff, I don't know that you could have been aware that eventually Jurassic Park would be a DVD. But before streaming services came to be as we know them, you would use Netflix to send you DVDs. Jeff, do you remember the last DVD that Netflix sent you?
Oh gosh, yes. Metro with Eddie Murphy. But I had a dinner party, and I remember that I was out of coasters, so I cleverly got the DVDs and I used them as coasters, and I never returned them. So yes, I remember. Yes.
Never returned your DVDs. Tom, do you have any unclaimed DVDs that you need to send back to Netflix?
Well, actually, my loyalty resides with Blockbuster. I'm a Blockbuster boy. You know, I don't even understand Netflix. What does that even, what does that even mean?
Right.
Ultimately, it's a disaster. I remember when I used to get physical discs in the mail. So I would. One of the things I did early on was I took all the original versions of Star Wars that they used to rent, and I kept them all. So they don't exist. They're not in circulation anymore.
Ewan, with these new streaming services like Disney Plus,
Oh, yeah.
I hear you're going to have your own Obi-Wan Kenobi show on the new service.
Yeah, they finally figured it out.
They cracked the code.
Forever, they were making all these other ones, and then they're like, oh, that's right. We'll go with Obi-Wan.
George, they actually...
What?
We were just talking about streaming services.
I dozed off. I'm sorry.
Did you know that, George?
Are we boring you, George?
Yeah, I heard.
We're boring you?
As
He's
one
a
of the
legend.
pioneers of film technology and furthering the art of cinema, your take on streaming services?
Well, I've said before that digital was the future. Now we got this bullshit. Sorry, Ewan. I really can't believe you sold out and you're doing this horse's ass shit. Remember when JJ was going around shilling for the Force Awakens, and they were just, oh, guess what, everybody, we're shooting it on 35 millimeter. All like Joe Average in the Middle States gives a shit. He doesn't care. He just wants to see effects. Oh, we're using puppets. It doesn't give a shit.
It's fascinating to see this type of talk on Star Wars. Robert, Jeff, Tom, I want to ask, what did it do to you as children when you got to see Star Wars in theaters?
It was one of those things where you remember where you were at the time. I remember because I was peeing my pants because I was a child. So thanks a lot.
Ultimately, Star Wars is a diuretic. That's it was designed that way. These films were designed that way.
Yeah.
You don't realize that as you're watching them, but most people do feel that they have to go to the bathroom and excrete or expel.
And that's on purpose.
They were designed that way.
And
they
it
were
worked.
They were written
That's true. Yes. Yes.
Jeff, you certainly have a wild, wacky world that is all your own. You actually have a
do.
show on Disney Plus, The World According to Jeff Goldblum.
Well, I don't want to boast, but yes, we have 2 shows on Disney Plus. So we're sort of towing the company line. Of course, you, Robert, have all the Marvel films now. Disney Plus. We're all on Disney Plus. It's Disney family, except for Tom.
Well, I tend
navigation system.
I tend to walk
yes,
to the beat of my own drum. I do what I want. I'm a producer these days, and I do my own stunts. I do everything.
Do you produce all the
Yeah.
all the impossibles?
All the impossibles.
Yes,
Every
yes,
single one until.
That's impossible. Seriously, think about it. Do the math.
Tell me.
Right there.
I've done the math.
Ooh, that's very good.
Robert, you've
very
worn a
good.
lot of hats in various movies you've been associated with. The Iron Man character, a lot of people were saying could be nominated for an award, that maybe you'd be up for the Best Actor Oscar at the Academy Awards ceremony.
Well, of course, I would be deserved so, I think, on some levels, because, you know, I've given it my all. You know, I'm a team player. You know, I'm a nice guy. You know, I smell good.
He does
I can
very-
confirm that. He
Yes,
does.
yes,
He
yes.
is very good.
One wafting. What is this?
It's pocket Febreze. I
Pocket
keep it in my
Febreze.
pocket. Yep.
Oh, this is. I have to get this. This is very good.
Jeff, if I can bring it back to the streaming conversation
Sure.
and the conversation about awards, there's a lot of debate in your community right now about whether streaming films should be considered for award nominations.
Anything wins these days. Anything can win at any time. So it's like, you know, if it's a Velveeta commercial, you know, look out.
Well, no, that's not going to be considered for motion
If
pictures.
it's done well, if it's done black and white, done perhaps French noir.
Sure. I like this, and I think Steve Spielberg. I think he disagrees. I think he feels that, of course, that the streaming is not eligible for the awards. But
Well, he was wrong about Laserdisc too. You know, he fought hard for Laserdisc.
and laser tag, and I remember
Laser
used to
tag,
play
yes.
that.
Bring it
great.
back
Star
to
Wars.
the film
Laser.
conversation.
Yeah.
I know Steven Spielberg, a good friend of George's,
Yes.
he does have strong opinions on the state of affairs, as does Martin Scorsese. Robert, he actually came out recently and said that he does not consider Marvel Cinematic Universe films to be cinema. He compared them more accurately to theme parks.
Well, these guys are getting up there age-wise, and they're having digestive problems. So I
acid
wouldn't.
reflux.
I would just attribute it. You know, they're just in a cranky mood because, you know, their diaphragm doesn't work.
Yeah, it's true. Because
men have diaphragms?
I have one. If you'd like to see it later, it's.
I don't know how you'd show
well, I keep them because you never know. You know, you may give them to a
You
friend
keep
or something.
diaphragms?
Sure, because I'm here.
Wait,
to
I
help.
think you're thinking a diagram.
Diagram. That's it. Yes. Because
I was about to say, Jeff, you have diaphragms on you. I didn't have to leave.
Jeff, you know, it is interesting. You're such an eccentric personality, and we see the current culture that's in Hollywood. How have you avoided scandal?
I stay in. I don't go out a lot. I mainly play my music, jazz. I'm doing a lot of piano playing, and that's years ago. I was sleeping with Gina Davis, a large, just like an Amazonian.
How'd you get Gina Davis, by the way?
Oh well.
Seriously, be honest with this.
We don't need all the dirty details.
Yeah, well, no, but
That wouldn't be
I
appropriate.
was doing a scene where I was hanging from the rafters as the fly, and then we locked eyes, and she's into insects. It turns out she enjoys.
Yeah, or at least someone hung like an insect.
Yes. But it's more of a it's more of a compliment, more of a ooh.
Yeah.
Well, as we get back into the topic at hand, and that would be streaming services. George, I want to start with you. What was your most intense show binging experience? Netflix, Hulu, Amazon? What program really got you sucked in?
Well, I really have been enjoying the Friends. Was binge watching all of that. I was kind of a fan of that, you know, Ross Rachel stuff, and I like the little monkey that was in there too. What was that? monkey?
Marcel.
Marcel. Oh, see, that was a little too quick. But I enjoyed Marcel, and I actually based a lot of Jar Jar Binks on Marcel's movements and his character.
Is that true? On Marcel from Friends?
Sure. He was,
Where's the love for Seinfeld here? I'm sorry, I'm not really understanding what's happening here. Where's the love for
well,
Seinfeld?
you know, ultimately it's a show, but there's nothing. It's about nothing.
But even nothing is something.
Well,
you know.
You're a Head and Shoulders commercial gone wrong, okay?
I think he's being complimentary that you have such great
just
hair
screwing
at
around.
your
I'm just-
age.
That's,
just
a,
Robert
that's a
there.
dandruff shampoo, okay? Let's not mince words. I know what it is.
You're out of your mind. You know what? I'm starting to like it though.
Tom, I'm going to give you the answer of Seinfeld for the streaming question.
You know, the ice planet of Hoth was based on, in the late 70s, I had a bad bout of dandruff, and that's kind of where the idea came from. I'll tell you, one time I was eating Flaming Hot Cheetos, and I was dreaming. Then I came up with the idea for Mustafar, the lava planet. So a lot of it's about dreaming and eating and sleeping.
I love Flaming Hot Cheetos.
Yeah, they're good.
Robert, you certainly had a great run as Iron Man.
Had a great run?
It's super
Look at
fake,
me.
by the way.
Pause it. Go in on a close-up.
Robert, there seems to be
Hold on a
growing
second. We're on a close-up. I got a camera coming at me right now. I'm Iron Man.
And you were almost Iron Man.
Almost Iron Man.
You were
Oh, that's
almost
right.
Iron Man. Before Robert was announced,
Yeah.
it was rumored, and we've heard since that you were considered for the role. What happened?
Just some creative differences, and I was reading other scripts and
Right,
wanted
the
to
mummy.
maybe.
Was the mummy on your plate at that time?
The Mummy was something, you know, I was trying to build out my own universe, the dark universe.
Yeah, that
and,
worked out pretty well.
Gentlemen, if I can get this conversation back to above the line territory, let's do some fun rapid fire questions. George, start with you. If you could Netflix and chill with anyone throughout history, who would that be?
That would probably be, Sergei Eisenstein, one of the great filmmakers.
So you would actually watch Netflix?
We would watch the film. I understand what.
Yeah, I think we should move on to, what's your favorite app?
Mozzarella sticks.
That's an app.
See what I did there?
I haven't seen that
It's another
one.
kind of app. It's not on the digital front.
They are delicious. I was thinking of something on your phone, your iPhone, Android. Ewan, your favorite app?
Oh, I love Words with Friends. That's all I am is Scrabble
Add
all
me.
day. That's right.
Yeah, we'll play.
Do you play?
Absolutely.
Oh, we ought to get one going right now.
Do you have a favorite letter?
My favorite letter, I'd have to say O.
Jeff, do you use a cellular telephone?
Oh gosh, yes. Angry Birds. Oh, I love that they're so angry, and then you throw there's pigs and birds and sometimes spiders. Oh, I don't know if you heard. Yes, yeah.
Robert, are you attempting a Jeff Goldblum impression?
Very good. Well, there's you. They got to touch your wrist.
Everybody,
It's almost like he's haunting.
Touch
He's
and then touch yourself.
like a-
You've got to touch yourself.
creepy
Touch
ghost,
yourself.
you know?
And then there it is. There it is.
Did the chair just break?
Oh boy.
Is that how they made their seat?
He used the force. He used
Robert,
the force.
are you okay?
I think you're gonna lose him.
Oh dear.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Somebody's.
Do not stop rolling. Do not stop rolling.
I have to admit I threw a bird at his chair, and that's that's
I
how it
don't-
fell. There it is.
It's only a matter of time.
Robert, we won't keep
Go
you for
ahead,
much
ask me a question for
longer.
Christ's sake, or otherwise I'm going to bust another chair probably.
Robert, if you could steal an Oscar from anyone in Hollywood, who would it be?
Oh, that little girl from Piano. Did she win? I'd take it from her.
Anna Paquin. I agree. She didn't deserve it. So maybe she would give it to you now.
I don't think we're asking Anna Paquin to give
I feel
Robert the Oscar. Ewan, if you could steal an Oscar, you seem like too nice of a guy to do that.
Well, I don't know if I'd steal it, but I would maybe ask for it from Alec Guinness. He's a big hero, so it would be kind of fun, if
Wonderful
he gave
actor.
me one.
He also played Obi-Wan Kenobi in Star
We have
Wars.
kind of a thing there. Yeah, I'd steal it and I'd give it back. I was just kidding, Alec. That'd be good.
George Lucas, if you could steal an Oscar.
I think I'd like to steal an Oscar from anybody at this point.
I hesitate to move it to this next topic. Robert, starting with you, porn. Mobile or laptop?
Depends if I'm on my back or my top.
That's as far as we'll take that. Ewan.
I'd rather not say if I've actually looked at it.
Fair enough. Let's clean it up here with George Lucas.
I actually have hologram porn. I have that installed at my house. So it's similar to the Star Wars films. And I sit in a throne, I have a replica of the throne room. And then, obviously I say,
Pulling out all the
I say
stops,
dirty
George.
things like, as the Emperor, I say, you want this? It's my penis. If the fleet is lost, your friends will not survive.
Right.
Let's have sex.
Thank you for that. Tom, you prefer it mobile or on your computer?
Well, I got to say neither, because I have a vivid imagination. I don't even use my hands.
Yes. You could use your mind. That's tantric. But sometimes I like to do it while I'm jogging. I have my iPad strapped to my belly, and of course I look down and
You
there
watch
we go.
porno while you jog?
Sure, because the cardiovascular.
We should go jogging together.
Yes, I would love to. Did you wear this coat?
Mulholland.
I love it. Yes, Mulholland. Great
Very
film.
private, very
Yes,
dark.
Very private. That's how I like it. Oh.
So Jeff Goldblum and Tom Cruise are going to go jogging, fully clothed,
That's
with
right.
a computer
Yes,
device
yes.
strapped to their body.
To our belly.
And masturbate.
Yes.
In the canyon.
Of course.
See, the canyon's the selling point.
Yeah, see that? Yeah, right? Yes.
I think that's going to do it for us here at Above the Line. I'd like
pleasure.
to extend a heartfelt thank you to Jeff Goldblum, Tom Cruise, George Lucas, Robert Downey Jr., and Ewan McGregor. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and we'll
Thanks,
see you
Mark.
real soon on another Above the
It's a
Line.
pleasure.
Memorable, intimate conversations with some of Hollywood's most recognizable faces. I'm Mark Ellis.